Hello, I'm Andy and I'm about to read to you your birthday of 16th of February. Happy birthday. Born on the 16th of February, you have a horoscope that would love travel, would love music, would love the arts, and would have a strong sense of intuition, which may come a bit later in your life. So you have many gifts and you have the chance of being a professional, the chance of being a person who has communication skills and verbal skills and writing skills, and also a person who is very inventive. So you have a good horoscope, but you can also be very arrogant and pretty secretive. Try to control that part of it. Otherwise, people will always have some form of suspicion on you. You can be attracted to complications in relationships. So, falling in love with a person who is already married or who has some other complications, and joining a group of people at your workplace who are against the management. These sort of secret meetings don't attend, because you have planets who will take you there but also want to expose you. You will be a person who will, for the earlier part in the life, until the age of about 25, have their form of struggle. But from 26 onwards, you will start to do very much better when a group of your good planets come to rescue you and bring a lot of opportunities for you. The same goes as far as opportunities are concerned, not only in career or business, but in areas of love, romance, marriage as well. You have a character which can be very arrogant, and therefore makes your teamwork very poor, and therefore a lack of support is not going to be, or rather a lack of support is going to be a problem for you, because you have a horoscope which likes to expand in whatever you do. You have a strong Jupiter position which loves authority and power. But when you don't have teamwork, how can you go very far? So improve teamwork. Don't be arrogant, and that way you can find support for your horoscope. Your compatibility levels were good enough. They make you a pretty compatible person who can get along with most people. The only drawback there is again the word arrogance, which makes you a difficult person to deal with or to live with or to be friends with, because certain planets in your horoscope make you a perfectionist, and that's not good. I want to talk to you about 2017. Now, the calendar year 2017 has a group of planets that manage it, and these group of planets are not very favorable to people born on the 16th of February. So what's happened is that you have lost about 30% of good luck out of 100% which you can have. So, but you still have 70%. Now I'm going to give you some examples of ages which will show you. Now these sets of ages are good. So they are going to show you the opportunities you can get even in 2017, good opportunities, although 2017 is not helpful. Now let's imagine that you are the ages of 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or 71 or 80. Now if you are any of these ages in 2017, you are going to do pretty well. You are going to be successful in career, in business. You are going to find romance very easily if you are looking for it. And you're going to also do well in your marriage areas, and your health situation will also be quite steady. So when you have a good set of age, if you are from a good set of ages, even if the calendar year is not steady, you will still be all right. So you have a 70% chance of doing well if you have any of these ages which I've just mentioned. I'm going to give you another set of ages where people do not do very well. Born on the 16th of February, they do not do very well. And on top of it, your 2017 planets are not playing ball with you. So you're going to have some difficulties. But let me give you these ages first. Let's pretend that you are the ages of 16 or 25 or 34 or 43 or 52 or 61 or 70 or 79. Now, if you happen to be of any of these ages in 2017, you have to be very careful. You cannot afford to be careless. You cannot afford to take risks. In fact, you must lower your exposure to risks, whether the risk is in career, in business, in finances, whether the risk is in romance, whether the risk is in marriage or family areas. You have to identify the risk quickly. Otherwise, these sets of ages can have added difficulty in 2017. Now that you have heard how these ages can affect you badly, and if you happen to be of these ages, tell yourself that I have to lie low, which means do not expose yourself to risk. And that by, if you do that, you will be able to do well enough in 2017. If you are of the ages which I have not mentioned, then you will have the middle path, which means you won't have extremes of good or extremes of bad. You will have your ups and downs. As your horoscope makes its way through 2017, through the different zodiac signs, the ups and downs will be created. I want to talk to you about health. Now, knowing that you are born on the 16th of February, with a little bit of information, I'm going to talk to you about some health issues. It would be, of course, good if I knew your date of birth complete with the time, with the year of birth and the time of birth as well, and be able to look at your palms. Your palms are your DNA. Your thumbprints, your fingerprints, the way lines are formed, they are all your DNA. But for the time being, knowing you are born on the 16th of February, firstly, I'm worried that your diabetic level will be quite high. So, whether your parents or grandparents are diabetic, that might be a clue. But even if they are not, you need to do a blood test to see the level of sugars in your blood. Also do a blood test for your pancreas. Your pancreas has many functions. One of the functions is that it creates insulin for you to fight diabetes. So if your pancreas is not well, then your level of insulin will drop and you will move towards diabetics. So we'll need to find that from a blood test. Also, your horoscope warns of backaches. Now, your backaches could be from spinal areas, could be from muscular areas. In your case, I make it as the spine. So your spine has some defects, and your spine, especially in the lower area, that means lower back problems where there's a nerve called a sciatic nerve, that may become very pinched, and that will produce problems to your lower back, to your buttocks, to your legs, up to your feet. Your neck area is also showing some issues. So when you see a specialist called a neurologist, ask him or her to look at your neck area and your lower back area to find out. Regarding your digestion, I'm a bit worried that your colon, C-O-L-O-N, that your lower intestine can be asking for help. Sometimes the symptoms are very strange. They can be constipation, they can be diarrhea. But if you have especially diarrhea, you have to be careful that this problem of the colon may be quite serious. Well, don't panic. Right now, all I know is that you are born on the 16th of February. So I'm going to give you the little bit of advice which I've just told you. Go and have these areas checked. Okay? Regarding travel and migration, you will be a great traveler. You will want to migrate. This will be on your mind pretty early, and it is very possible. So, going to a foreign country to study, you probably will stay there and not come back to your home country. Or even if you are from your home country, you may meet somebody from a foreign country, a foreign person perhaps, and you may then want to tie up in a partnership and move away there. Or you could be a great trader, a person who travels to many countries to see what kinds of goods they have and then want to bring it to different countries and be a good trader. And the opportunities of migration are very strong for you and very easily done. Okay? Regarding meditation, now, it is good for you to meditate because you have a horoscope which can be quite intuitive. You can open your third eye. There is a belief that we are all born with three eyes, but in most of us, the third eye may not open. But in your horoscope of 16th of February, the third eye can open. So you can practice it. You practice it by, you can keep your eyes closed or open, doesn't matter. Imagine a face or imagine somebody that you know. And then in your body, within you, in a whisper or inside you, you utter the words, say the words, "Can you call me now? Can you call me now?" Mention the name of the person if you like. And if the person doesn't call you quickly, it means that your third eye is still very lazy. So you think of somebody else and then do the same thing. And we will see we will see after a few days of practice, maybe a week, maybe a month, you will see that people do start calling you back. So you are able to throw messages that way. So you have the third eye, you are quite a special person. Okay? Now when you meditate, in your case, the direction that you face, it should be east or west. These two directions are very powerful for you. So when you face these directions, well, firstly it's believed that all the planets are given homes around the compass. They are given a place to stay. So when you face east or west, you will be facing a group of planets who want to help you, and so when you look at them, they bless you. And then you can make your wish, or you can meditate as to what you want and things like that. There's another technique, for example, of using the thumb to connect to different fingers. Now in your case, your thumb should connect to the middle finger. The middle finger is called the finger of Saturn, and the planet is very well positioned in your horoscope to help you. So we are looking help from this finger to connect to the planet Saturn. So when your thumb is a very powerful thing on its own. When you connect your thumb to your middle finger on both hands, and then you meditate, and you will see that what it does are two things. One is that the energy which normally escapes our fingers will not be allowed to escape. When you join it to the thumb, it brings infinity, which means foreverness, and the energy just comes back. So it moves to your finger, comes back to your thumb, and then comes back to you. So you are keeping your energy and not wasting it. And the second thing is, of course, two planets are meeting together. The planet of the thumb, which is the sun position, and then the planet of Saturn, which is from your middle finger. And that connection is very powerful for you born on the 16th of February. So you try that out and then make your wishes and see how things happen. Okay? Well, do go to Facebook, and when you're on Facebook, search for Andi, A-N-D-I, .singh, S-I-N-G-H, .9, the number 9, and then .facebook and .com, and that will bring you to my Facebook, to my face page or whatever they call it, and then you can follow me and communicate with me and ask me questions, and we can Skype one day, and I charge 50 USD for a Skype session of about 75 minutes. That's very long, and you will be able to show me your palms on Skype, and I will then, by then, I have asked you your date of birth and time of birth, and do a full horoscope. My full horoscope is for the next 5 years or so. Why only 5 years? Because the horoscope also depends a lot on your palms, and in my experience, the palms change a lot between 3 to 5 years. They change for the better or for the worse. So until then, I look forward to waiting for you on Facebook, and we can take it from there. And until then, happy birthday again, and good luck.